I've had multiple people tag me on this thread that sent me down a rabbit hole of discovering just how crazy Nintendo fanboys are. Worse than any fanboy of any console or PC. Nay, might be just the worst in entertainment, which is saying something. This M64 Bros, who has 2,000 followers, said a bunch of these YouTubers are too stupid even realize, I think they meant to say to even realize, uh, that she was with Nintendo since 2006. One of the major frustrations that content creators have is people not watching a video and then just complaining about it and acting like they know what you said without watching it. I'm like, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. And yes, I acknowledge she's been with Nintendo for a while when I covered this, but he showcases Geeks and Gamers. Nintendo just hired Kathleen Kennedy 2.0. I think that is a very accurate title. I am very confident that Devon Pritchard is Kathleen Kennedy 2.0. I do, in my heart of hearts, I do believe that. My title, it's official. Nintendo's new president, Devon Pritchard, is a clown. And oh boy, don't you dare share an opinion with the internet, especially when there are fanboys around, because they will let you have it in the most kind ways possible. This Matthew Winspear, smash JT of all people. I'm tired of him. Man, I would have loved to like this, but I can't. You blocked me. But yet you're still talking about me. Same here. You're the one sharing my video out, man. Yeah, and I personally have been saying a lot of calling out for that person and maybe Nintendo and other grifters, especially the anti-woke ones. Because in my video, I watched this, I almost call her Kathleen Kennedy. I watched Devon Pritchard in her first opportunity. In fact, nay, let me bring it up just to remind you guys, because it's very quick. This is the part with
Hi,
Devon
everyone.
Pritchard.
It is great to be here. My name is Devon, and before anything else, I want to celebrate the New York Game Awards. 15 years of supporting the games industry, and in doing so, lifting up the voices, stories, and dreams of so many. This show connects people who are united by a shared belief that every dream matters.
No, it doesn't. I don't know how many times you have to tell you this, but gatekeep harder. Not every dream matters in gaming. So sorry, that's how you end up destroying an industry. When you start propping people up and saying, "Oh, you get a trophy too." No, you don't. Your game sucks. Get out. Next person.
And that everyone deserves a chance to do meaningful and creative work in games.
No, they don't. Not everyone deserves a chance. You have to earn a chance. You have to prove it. You put portfolio together. You show past works. What have you done to put yourself in the position? This is DEI talk. Everyone deserves a chance. No, they don't. That's insane. Anyways.
And storytelling. The Playing with Purpose program supports the creators, the coders, the writers, and anyone else dreaming big to join this community and bring all that makes them unique.
DEI talk, once again, diversity makes them all unique. Anything to push the propaganda. And again, like I said before, no different than how I felt about Doug Bowser, especially towards the end of his tenure, where he started pushing that LGBTQ at Nintendo Redmond and pushing that everywhere, doing the pride parades, being okay with all that. And the things he was saying and supporting, I'm like, bro, please, just stick to the video games. Please, I beg you. This is a quote tweet here. They literally hate women. This is the most brain dead take you could have. Because it's a girl, they default to, you hate women. Where were you when I said I didn't like what Doug Bowser was doing? Where were you when I said I think Reggie was was going a good direction with Nintendo. Where is it just because it fits your ideology? It's the way she says it, not just the words. This is, by the way, this is not the real delusional takes. This is like a guy trying to copy delusional takes to be popular. This guy has 95 followers. It's official. You're completely retarded. Devon has been a part of Nintendo ever since 2006. And she is the sole reason. You call me retarded, bro. That's the wrong version of soul. Why Nintendo gamers have been marketed better and why the brand expanded to begin with. Just say you hate women and get it over already. Was Devon Pritchard a lawyer at Nintendo? Did she defend the legal team at Nintendo, and did she go after ROM sites? None of these Nintendo fanboys want to talk about that. They want to pretend that she's just this humble marketer girl that just worked her way up bottom of the ladder. She just really loves video games, guys. She definitely not an evil bone in her body. No way. Y'all ruined the word gamer. What's this?
This show connects people who are united by a shared belief that every dream matters and that everyone deserves a chance to do meaningful and creative work in games and storytelling.
That sure does not sound like a gamer to me. Based. These are the people that do not give a shit about the game industry. I've learned that because I used to be over there thinking that I'm like, nope, they don't. They are the ones that are trying to push an ideology into the industry. Fuck that. Woke slop this, woke slop that. Shut the fuck up and some respect, you hateful crybaby. I think the only person here being hateful, Owen TDS, now on Blue Sky, is you. Why are men so deathly afraid of women? It gives off incel vibes. Hashtag incel. What the fuck are you even talking about here, bro? You steal with AI, you uncreative fucking moron. Again, these are the Nintendo fanboys. How about a nice big cup of shut the fuck up? They're trying to protect their queen at the Hornet's Nest, and I kicked the Hornet's Nest. She's worked at Nintendo for 20 years. SWGs just hate women. Grifters simply calling it woke because the president is female now. Do you notice a trend, by the way? Do I think that women can be good leaders of companies? It's the exception to the rule, but yes, they can. It's been 5 minutes. I only needed 10 seconds. There was nothing woke in there. Okay, maybe you need to listen again. That's a self-report. It was just every word she said. I don't need to go over the whole thing. Just the approach she took is enough for me to say, I'm out. And notice the trans flags in many of these bios. When I'm in a don't be a sexist stereotyping piece of shit, and my opponents are fake Nintendo fans. Bro, I've been playing Nintendo since before you were a twinkle in your mom's eye. There's absolutely no way you guys are human beings. The disgusting middle-aged retard warrior who lives in eternal infancy versus the Nintendo baddie. Oh, she's a baddie now, guys. I'm sorry, but people who make videos like this are no better than cattle raised for meat. So that's definitely a take. Right-wing grifters are so fucking annoying because they see anyone who isn't a white cishet man and go, her, my wokey McWokey pants, then throw a temper tantrum when someone says that they're a bigot. You can call me a bigot all you want. I don't give a shit. I'm just speaking the truth, bro. I finally have an excuse to post this clip from Futurama.
A woman. I'm scared. A woman.
Oh, that's actually a pretty funny clip. Oh, brother, we got Hitler. Oh, how long has it been? I was wondering when we were going to get a Hitler. Don't know who Smash JT is, but when I saw just 1 minute of his video, it's literally a retarded fat man with a breathing problem who is being a misogynist. You forgot to say that I'm 50 and balding. I mean, that's the communist mindset. They always go to how old you are. That's one they always throw in there, I've noticed. I'm the one these people say is in the wrong while they openly judge the president based on her gender. You're openly judging me based off of not even watching my video. So who's the one that's actually in the wrong here? Holy smokes. If this isn't a sign to unfollow these people, I don't know what is. People making these grifting videos probably never talked to a woman before. There's that one again. No, seriously. Do they just hate women? You know what I've noticed? People are so locked into their own mindset that they're unwilling to hear an opinion that could dare clash with their stance. So instead, they go cry to their echo chambers and say, this is what they're saying. They hate women. Typically falls the same. They hate trans. They hate gays. They hate people with one leg. They hate whatever the fuck it is. They go to a default setting trying to devalue your take, your stance, your information that you're providing so that people don't listen to you. Because at the end of the day, this proves that the vast majority of Nintendo fanboys, whether they realize it or not, are communists. They are like a socialist communist mindset. And again, many of them are probably too immature to even understand the political landscape behind the dynamics of what their stances are. That doesn't change what their stances are and why they're so locked into it and unwilling to hear the other end, because they'd rather push their ideology than hear an entire conversation. So I still go back to Nintendo fanboys are the worst. And this situation of Devon Pritchard, Kathleen Kennedy 2.0, getting hired on as president of Nintendo of America is the perfect example of that. I am not holding my breath for having any faith in Nintendo's future while she's at the helm. And all it took was a less than 60-second message on a video recording to be like, yep, I'm out. HR lady Karen that's pushing DEI woke narratives. Thanks. I'll stick with Steam games moving forward. I'm good. Bye. Good times. Corporate communism. That's a really good way to put it, Netflix. There's confirmation bias. There's a term for it. Yeah, it's confirmation bias. Good point.